So, back at the cabin, back in Newfoundland. Got some, managed to find some work here with the help of a friend. Hooked me up with a job. So I'm back in Newfoundland, home from Alberta, and hopefully home for good, you know what I mean? Don't want to, it was a terrible year in Alberta. Lots of rain, work was slow, a lot of sitting around in the apartment. You know, when you're sitting around, you're not busy working, you're thinking a lot, you're missing home a lot, so, you know, a lot more than normal. But while I was away, you know, moved everything out of the cabin while I was away, ants moved in. So, I had a friend come down, spray around and stuff for me, spray some ant killer, some ant out and stuff. Still had a bunch of ants here when I came last weekend. When I got home, I just ran down here to check it out. Swept up like 2 dustpan full of ants, right? So it's a pretty serious issue. It's the big black ones, the ones that are in the wood. Kind of my own fault, of course, because I had the logs exposed for so long. But now it's time to, you know, we got to solve this problem now before it gets too far, you know what I mean? So, put some traps and stuff down, the Taro stuff that I bought from Canadian Tire. Use this ant out stuff. I find this really good. I had problems years ago around my gravel pit camper. Use this stuff, clean them all up. So, got this stuff, got 2 bottles of that already used. Got a little bit of that, this stuff left. Asked some opinions on Instagram last weekend. Ant Be Gone was a popular one, and borax and sugar was another popular one. So this is what we're going to go with today. So far today I only seen 1 live ant, and it was outside. I haven't seen any inside. There's a bunch of dead ones around. So we're going to get those cleaned up. We're going to get this stuff mixed up. And, you know, if I don't see any live ones, I probably won't spray any of this right now. I'll just keep it on hand. But, yeah, pretty pumped to be home and just get past this little issue with the ants. And we'll get back to work on the cabin. Lots of stuff to do. You know, I want to build a nice fire pit. We've got to build an outhouse this year. Of course, we have to seal the outside and chink. Lots of work to do, so I'm pretty pumped to be home and, you know, home with my family every evening after work. And, you know, back at the cabin, back making videos here. So stay tuned, guys. Got all my stuff moved out of the cupboards and stuff here, so I can spray some dead ants around. So the stuff is killing them. Just got to get them all. So I got a kilogram of brown sugar, just about 2 kilograms of borax. So I'm going to mix this together and we'll sprinkle it all around the cabin. Definitely not the usual concoction I'd be cooking up at the cabin, you know what I mean? Actually, if I add water, this might look a little like Towtons or Bannock or something. Come on over here. Okay, so we got her all mixed up here. Pretty fine powder now. Still a few lumps, but not as bad as my gravy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and spread around the cabin. And on the outside, you can also use this inside because it's safe for humans. So it's not like a pesticide or anything, you know what I mean? So what happens is the ants eat it for the sugar, of course, but they also eat the borax. And it messes up their digestive system. And it kills them slowly, so that way I can bring it back to the nest and stuff and share the food. Like, it doesn't kill them immediately, so they don't get a chance to get back. But with this stuff, they can take it back to the colony. So that's the whole plan here, is to kill the colony and whatever else is around here, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's more than one colony. I know there's red ants, lots of red ants around here, and there's those big carpenter ants. So as you guys can see, my cabin is pretty close to the ground here in this location. Inside the cabin this is where my cupboards are, my little countertops. And this is a red ant's nest actually. That was, well, I've seen got rid of most of them. I see one crawling around there, but there's not many ants here right now. But this is where the carpenter ants are living, is in this corner, I think. You know, the ones that are left anyway, but this is where I'm going to start. Put some of this around. I'm going to try and put it under the cabin so the rain doesn't wash it all away. I'm also going to put some up on these logs a little bit. Eat up, boys, eat up. It's good for you. Good stuff. See, I got those little taro traps. Some kind of liquid in there that poison the ants too. So another one right there. Do 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 do. So here's one of the many red ants nests that are around. So we'll come back and check on this nest. See how close it is to the cabin, but there's some even a little closer. Got another big one over right there. I'll take care of that one too now. But this will definitely be the test here. I come back if this nest is completely gone in a couple of weeks, so I know this stuff actually works. So see, here's another massive one. Red ants. Cabin's right there. Yummy. So, some pretty good news. It's been 5 days since I've been down here. You know, since I spread the borax and stuff around. And I don't see any live ants. There's some more dead ones around the floor and stuff, but I don't see any live ants anywhere. Which is really great news. Last time, before I left, I might have seen maybe 5 live ants in total. In and around, you know, close to the cabin. But today I don't see any live ants. So I'd say the spray I've been using and the borax is doing the trick, you know. So I have a bunch of stuff, like I gotta take the blankets home and stuff. I won't be taking them today because I walked here. I just parked my car out at the road and I'm walking here today. just to have a look. So when I come down on quad, I'll take my blankets, I'll take all the dishes and stuff, take it all home, wash everything, make sure I clean up the cabin really well because, you know, we've been spraying around the ant killer and stuff, so I want to make sure it's cleaned up really well before we start cooking and you know, eating food and stuff in here and sleeping down here. So yeah, pretty pumped not to see any live ants here today. Anyway guys, it feels awesome to be home. I've been home for about 12 days now. Been working steady. It's only short term, but hopefully it leads into more work. And yeah, super pumped to be home. Home with the family and making videos for you guys again. And you know, in the place I belong, really. So yeah, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel because there's going to be a lot more videos coming right away. Take care, guys.